Hi guys, James Milliron here. I wanted to talk to you today about the fundamentals of inbound marketing. So what is inbound marketing first of all? Well, it differs from outbound marketing in the sense that outbound marketing is when you as a business owner or an employee go out into the world and do direct prospecting. Maybe that's direct engagement with somebody on social media, maybe it's direct email marketing, maybe it's direct mailer marketing, maybe it's direct calls on the telephone, cold calls and things like that. That's outbound marketing. You are taking yourself and going out into the world to market your business. Inbound marketing is the concept of creating something of value, an asset that's so interesting that people from the world come to you to read your content, to engage in your media, to learn more about your business. Thus, it's inbound as opposed to outbound. With inbound marketing, all that you're doing is creating something of value, and it's so valuable that those people come to you. You don't have to go out to them. Now, before I go much further, I just wanted to make you understand that inbound marketing is a bit of a long game. Okay? Outbound marketing, you can just pick up the phone and start calling down a list of people. It's very fast. Okay? You can buy an email list. I don't recommend that at all, by the way. But you can obtain an email list or something and start emailing people with outbound marketing right away. You can engage with people individually on social media right away. Inbound marketing takes time because you must build assets and use them on the web and allow them to start getting ranked by Google, allow them to start being shared throughout the world by people that stumble across that content. It's not something that you will see returns on within 3 to 6 months per se. However, you will see greater returns on inbound marketing than you will on outbound marketing over an extended period of time. I'm talking like a year, 2 years, 3 years. And why is that? The reason is because if you're doing outbound marketing, it's very labor intensive, and the window for opportunity for return on that labor investment is very small. If I have to make 100 calls over a period of a couple of days or something like that, that labor time that I've put into making those calls, if I don't get a response from those people from the call, it's gone, it's dead. That time is lost, it's done, it's finished, it's complete. I can't get it back if I didn't win any business from that effort. If you take an inbound marketing approach and you take the same labor cost or labor time necessary that you would have done for an outbound strategy, and you apply that to creating one really freaking awesome piece of content that's shareable, it's informative, it's interesting, it's relatable. Take that same amount of time and create something just rocking, and then allow that to be discovered by Google. Start sharing that on social media, this kind of thing. Let it be shared throughout the world. Long term, that piece lives forever. It's not a one-time email, it's not a one-time call. It is a piece of content that will attract new visitors and new prospects to your business forever. Okay? In a few minutes, I'll give you some examples of companies that have done this. I'll give you another example of how I did this for a client of mine years ago. But the idea is that you need to create valuable content, again, and present that on the internet in a way that it's searchable, that it's findable, and that generates that interest in your business, okay? So as I mentioned, I'll give you an example of a way that we did this for a previous client of mine, then called Zenith RMM, now called Continuum Managed Services. That's continuum.net if you want to take a look at their website. Continuum is in the managed IT services space. It's an extremely technical business. Basically what they do is they provide the back-end IT infrastructure for IT services companies who then mark up these services and sell them to end companies. It's a full IT management package, and this Continuum, they do the back end. So the goal was that we wanted to basically create a way to capture all of the attention of these business owners, these IT services companies, to find out about Continuum and be convinced to use Continuum's back-end services, right? So this was our market. Our market was IT services companies, managed service providers, value-added resellers all across the United States. So we created an inbound marketing strategy, and this was a long time ago. Back then, we didn't even know that it was an inbound marketing strategy. It's just what we came up with. We created webinars that, that were archived basically forever, podcasts, blogs, white papers, and articles. All of these 5 things are various media elements that we created to speak to different needs of these small business owners, at the same time to introduce Continuum as a company that could be a back-end provider to them. So what happened? Over the period of 3 years, we created 350 hour-long video pieces. We created 80 podcasts. We created 34 white papers, about 100 blogs, and God knows how many articles that we had. This was all over a period of about 3 years. In 3 years, these resources, if you would search for managed services on Google at this point in time, oh my God, you would find nothing except for this content that we had created. We captured everything, every ounce of traffic that was coming to Google and searching for anything related to this industry. We captured them, we took their attention, we educated them about something, we met a need, we answered the question that they were searching for, and then ultimately they started doing business with Continuum. Now, like I said, back then it was called Zenith RMM, so a lot of the, today if you search for a lot of this content, you just won't find it anymore because they rebranded. But the reason that they rebranded was because they then got acquired for $500 million. They got acquired by a company in Boston called Summit Partners. And the reason for the acquisition was because the business was just booming and growing, and it was a great opportunity to come in, add some investment, and make it more. And that inbound marketing piece was a make or break part of this deal. That whole department was asked to shift and become a part of the new company and continue that on. Now today they're still going strong. If you look at Continuum.net, you'll see MSP TV, MSP radio. They're continually doing webinars and podcasts and videos and blogs, and everything has still continued over a period of time. And now guess what's happened with Continuum? They were in America, they expanded to the UK, now they're opening an office in Sydney, Australia. So they've gone from being a small company in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to now being a total global operation in 5 or 6 years. Why? Because they used an inbound marketing strategy that captured all of the attention in their space on the internet. And now, if you're looking for anything related to their business, you're going to find them. Now, like I said, it took a long time. It took a few years. It wasn't something that happened overnight. But look at how that investment is paid off now. Much more than, making thousands of cold calls in a month. That would have generated business for sure. But if right now you're doing just a outbound marketing, cold call type of strategy, continue doing that. But I highly suggest that you implement an inbound marketing strategy simultaneously so that you can build the long-term value of your brand, okay? This is the end of this video, an introduction to inbound marketing. Take a look at the next one. I'm going to start walking you through the steps to make an inbound marketing strategy a successful one. for your business. Thanks.